Hello, my succulent friends. It's me, Suze, and I'm back, and it's time to finally pot up these cuttings and various succulents that I got from my new good friend Evelyn in my recent plant swap. So I went to the local nursery. I didn't go to Bunnings because I thought, you know what, let's support a local business. And quite a nice little nursery, but I found this. I said to myself, don't buy anything, right? Don't buy any succulents. Fortunately, at this particular day, they didn't have a lot to choose from, so that was beneficial for someone who's addicted to buying succulents. So, but I did spot this cubic frost, and I don't have one, and I love how it's already a little bit stressed. It needs a little TLC. There's some dried up leaves, but it has some offset. Well, it looks like that's an offset, and I suspect these are little leaf babies because there's clearly an old leaf there. So that is cool, and that was $11. I think it's kind of reasonable. But let's move on. So I got this really lovely pot. I think it's really gorgeous. It's got a nice texture to it. And what I like about it is it's wide, wider than it is deep. So I am a little nervous, to be honest, about this arrangement because I really want it to be really special. And anyway, let me get some soil in here and let's play around, see what we can come up with. Okay, I think I'm set up. So I've got my new pot. I've got some crystals, some shells that I might work in to jazz it all up. And there are my cuttings. They haven't moved. They've been sitting there for days. I've been kind of anxious about doing this actually. It's keeping me up at night. No jokes. Right, and I've got my trusty camera frame, so let's get into it. Okay, I'm tying my hair back. I'm getting serious now. So I've put in my potting mix, and I mix in propagation sand. You probably can't really tell, but that it's in there, but it is. But I'm thinking maybe eventually I'll raise my soil mix sort of game and take it to a different level. But for right now, this is what I do, and this is what it works for me in my climate. Normally, I would add at this point systemic bug killer granules as a prevention, you know, trying to stay on top of potential mealies. But since Evelyn was very generous in sharing this neem cake, I thought rather than use the systemic, which is very high tox, you know, it's poison, it's not good stuff. This is organic because it's the extract from the neem plant, and this could be an experiment of such. Let's see how it works, and let's just keep it pure and put nothing else in there except this stuff. So we know if I'm not getting mealies, then this stuff potentially is working. Now, as far as how much and how to apply, Evelyn and I had a little discussion about that, and you know, sometimes the way that they tell you the dosage is that, you know, they give you a big volume number and you've got a, you know, certain, you know, a ratio to that, and I don't know what volume this is. This is a pot. I can't do that. It's just ugh. So I thought I might actually measure it out so we know how much I'm putting in there, and I'm thinking this is a decent sized pot, and maybe 2 tablespoons, so 40 mils in total. So this is all very experimental. I've got to smell it again. It just smells like spices. Anyway, I don't want it to fall too deep down in the pot. I want to keep it sort of at that top level where it's connecting with the plant and the roots. I wonder if I should just mix that in a bit now. So I have mentioned this before, but supposedly this neem cake is a bug deterrent, and it also has, I don't know, all the lingo, the trace elements, all the stuff that's good for fertilizing your plants. Alright, there it is, 40 mils, two tablespoons. I feel like I'm getting serious now. I'm actually measuring something, and if you know me, you know I don't do that. I don't do that in my cooking. I just don't. I'm an eyeball kind of girl. I didn't completely fill up to the top, did I? To the flush. I really don't know what I'm doing. I feel a bit nervous, honestly I do. I really want this to be really special. And I feel like I've got performance anxiety. Let's have a look at what we're working with again. Let's put that up there. So we've got some nice agavoides. We've got a few big that there. Oh, that's some nice contrast colour and texture. Love these heads. I've got a spiller which I might use like a ground cover. Got some fuzzy. Got this big beautiful head. Yeah. I don't know if I'm going to put the aloe in, because aloe can get pretty, you know, full on when it happens. I'm not sure about that. Oh. No, I think I will. I might use that as a bit of a statement piece. Alright, maybe I do need a bit more soil, actually. Am I going to top dress it first? Yeah. Alright, I'm just going to put a tad more soil and put some top dressing on it, and we'll go from there. Okay, I've done that. There's quite a bit of top dressing. I think too, when it comes to making the soil gritty, the way I do this, where I put the top dressing down and I muck around and move succulents around, the top dressing ends up in the soil medium. So I think that helps me with as far as getting the soil a little bit more gritty and you know, better for the drainage. Might see what I can do with this little sweetheart, this aloe that I just mentioned. If I should trim that, maybe not. Okay, I just lifted the camera up so we can get the whole pot in view. Let's just start with something somewhere, right? Well, might as well start with this aloe. I would really love to somehow create some height. I'm not that good at doing that, but I wonder if today is the day where I could get good at it. Let's just trim this down a bit. I felt so bad about leaving these cuttings here for days. It really was bothering me, keeping me up at night, you know. Well, a couple of reasons. Probably because, yeah, I want some height there. I'm going to get some more soil. Just leave that there for a minute. Forgot to press record. I just mounded a bit of soil there. God, I already feel like I've screwed this up. I feel like that neem cake is going to move down the pot. Might have to top it up by sprinkling on the top level. Not sure about this, as usual. Not sure. Maybe we need a little crystal or something to work with straight away. Get a little bit of dimension. Yeah, this is a good idea. So this is a really old piece of amethyst. It's really faded. It's been in my garden for years. I moved it around. I might create it like a wall, like that. And we'll hide the, not hide, but we'll place the aloe behind it. And that's its little section, it's all home, and then maybe we could work something cute in front of it. Okay, now please forgive me if I don't talk too much, because I'm really just focusing on what I'm doing. I would like to say hello to a few of you. Firstly, the Pennies, Penny Lane and Penny Smith. How you girls going? Thank you for your comments that you give me. Now, I've got to make sure I don't screw up the names. Yeah, that's right. That was this one. Okay. And if I do mark up the tags, everyone let me know. I think that would look really nice right there. Yes. So shove that in. And I've sort of angled it in that direction. Let's put your tag there. Okay. What else? I think I should work with this stuff. This stuff is exciting to me. Right, now it looks like I've got two pieces. I've got a bit of height on that one. So let's try and make it look like a bit like a tree. How does that sound? We'll put it on this side. Yes. I'm feeling good about this. I kind of feel like I can exhale a little bit. I've got such nice specimens here, really. I don't think I could really go too wrong. These sedums really interested me. Gosh, I feel bad for leaving them out. I'm getting some leaves drying up, but that just happens with cuttings anyway. Once they're established, I'm sure they'll be great. Now, what do I want to do with these? Do I want to trim them or keep them like this? I kind of like the whole candlestick thing. I might leave them. I like them bunchy. This is not sure. Or maybe like a little bouquet. Bunch them like a bouquet. Yeah. Maybe we'll just candlestick them somewhere. Not sure. Just leave it there for now. Let's look at this other big agavoides. This was the carpet. Oh, we've got to keep that tag close by. Right, okay, one leaf is not too happy, so I'll just get that out. Love the colour, really do. Love those two. Maybe in this vicinity. I'm still trying to decide if I want to trim it some more. That worked out good. Got a good candlestick. We'll keep its little one with it. Put the tag close by. I was just looking at this shell. The colour's nice. A lot of these are very green, so I'm thinking maybe a little natural tad of warmth might work. I've got to think about what goes here, because this is high, I want something low. So I'm thinking maybe these Echeverias. Yeah, that could really do nicely there. Oh, so pretty. Kind of reminds me of an elegance. To do a little research, or maybe Evelyn knows. Maybe it's a hybrid with parentage. I will be more discreet with these tags later. I just don't want to mislabel things. Try and keep it together. I'm wondering if I should pull off those bottom leaves. I think I might actually do a snip and propagate the bottom half and use the main head. So I'm just going to cut there. And so hopefully I'll get something growing on that. Oops. And now I've got a nice cute head. So I'm sort of angling this one forward and this one upwards. Okay. This stuff is really exciting. So we've got one piece there. Oh, poor thing, it looks very sad. I'm sorry I left you sitting there over the weekend. Please forgive me. Got a little bit of root there. Okay, I'm thinking. Yeah, so I'll sort of lay across a little bit so we kind of, I get that, you know, hooking into that level, into the soil, ground cover, and also potentially trailing. I just try and bury that little root system it had. If I could see, it sort of got a curve to it, so I'm sort of trying to work with that. Yeah, I might just rim it around the end there, and then this piece sort of shoop. Yeah. Okay, we've still got another piece. Yeah, I'll just leave that for now. I don't want to overdo that at this point. This ballerina is so pretty. It's got a couple of offsets. Oh, poor baby, your leaf is not happy there. Let's just take it off. Okay. This space here feels like a good spot for it. Let's wiggle it in. Gosh, I hope it's not too crowded. Let's zoom in a bit. Sorry, you can only see it from this angle. I'm just going to stop and take a pause and regroup and have a look at what I'm doing. So I actually took a little break and had something to eat because I realised I hadn't had anything to eat yet. So I had some crumpets. For Aussie viewers, you'll know what crumpets are. For non-Aussies, it's like a bready thing that you toast. It's very porous, it's spongy, and whatever spread you put on it, it seeps into the holes in it, and it's very yummy. So I had some strawberry jam on one and Vegemite on another. Speaking of Vegemite, I've been thinking about making a quick short video on how to make Vegemite correctly, because I see non-Aussies criticize it because they just don't know how to spread it on properly. Anyway, let me just shut up and move on. So I had to think about this, and I'm going to just shift a few things around a little bit. Like this one, I want to move up into this void. Well, I might have to trim that now. Yes, so I feel better now. I had something to eat. Crumpets are so good. Who likes crumpets? If you know what crumpets are, who likes crumpets? What do you put on them? Honey's good. I nearly put honey, but I went with Vegemite and strawberry jam. Not on the same piece, to two separate pieces. That sounds weird. So I moved that up so I could put this fuzzy one. This is another Echeveria. Doris Taylor. I guess she's probably the person who, I don't know, bred it. Every time I look at it, I want to say Doris Day. Silly, aren't I? Oh, and that was the tag for this viney stuff. So I thought if I move the agavoides up a little bit, I might be able to put this fuzzy one here. Yeah. And then we've got these two little sweethearts. So these are Echeveria, or Echeveria Billy Box. What a cute name. Sounds like somebody's personal name too. And so I thought we might put them in this vicinity. I'm going to build all the top dressing back in when I'm done as well. I don't want these getting caught on the rim, so I'm going to kind of edge them over. Just place them there for a minute. Keep the tag with them. And what else? I had a plan, now I forgot. I've got to work this one in. This is so sweet. I love it. It's a little variegated little cutie pie. I haven't got many agaves. I haven't really gone there. I think I saw Janet. Janet, aren't you selling some? I don't know what that name of that website is. It's an American thing. Messine. Oh, I don't recall. God, where am I going to fit this? It's a shame for it to get lost a little bit, but I might not have much other choice than maybe back here. Just prop it there for a minute. Speaking of agaves, this is another one. Does that have a name? Oh, uh-oh. Uh-oh. I think I've mucked up my tags. What was that one? No. Oh, dearie dear, what have I done? I'll have to go back on the old video and figure it out. Can't be that. Can it? No. Is that too much? Anyway, I'll figure that out later. Is that too much? You guys can't see it. Just lift my frame up a bit. Still can't really see it. I think it is too much. I might keep that one out. And Setiveria Green Rose. Looks like she's center pinched it, which is all good. But what I love, can you see it? Right there. Right there. little cutie pie coming. Little cutie pie. I might just, because it's got a nice long stem, I might just put it behind there. Yeah, it will look like a little tree. You'll see it better later when I take the camera off. Yeah, I'll just see if I'm, no. Yeah, that will do for now. And the Aeonium Velour. I think I have these. I've got a lot of discoloured Aeoniums, but I've never known their names because they've been cuttings, which is all good. And you know, I don't mind having small. I'm thinking Aeoniums grow nice big fat long stems, so I kind of want to keep this somewhere in the back. Oh, that might be too much. Maybe we'll, yeah, I'll face it out. Maybe, yeah. Then I can't see my cute little Americana thingy. Yeah, that's got to go. Maybe this shell is not working. It's taking up too much space. Yeah, I think it is. Oh, now I've lost this. It's alright. Let's just kind of imagine it there. Yeah, that works. Shame about the shell. I do like it. Oh, I've got a thought. Alright, I'm going to shift a few things around. These sedums. Inch them up a little bit. Yeah, I think they'd look better if they were a lower profile than higher. Okay, it's just to get a feel for it. So they're in that spot. And these little billy, I'm confused about that extra tag. Never mind, talking to myself. I need more top dressing, that's what's not working. And I might try and get this one to go up a little higher. Yeah, okay, top dressing, that's what I need. So I want to fix this section up first. Pile it all in there. Pile it in. That way I can get these where I want them. Oops. Man overboard. They're going to lose some lower leaves. That's alright. I'm sure they'll sort themselves out in time. Let's tuck that there for a sec. Actually, I'll push it all in. Yeah. Excuse me. Okay, more top dressing. I dragged over my big bag close by because I knew I'm going to be using a lot. Yeah. This is coming together quite nicely. I've got a lot to work with and some really nice ones, so that makes it a lot easier for this to come together nicely. I'll just trim that a little. Aeonium. Yeah, we'll just tuck you in there. Okay, now I'll take this stuff out for now and we'll put that in last. Oh gosh, hang on, the cord's in the way. It's because my frame's higher. I gotta get some better equipment. Alright. Sorry. I really want to make it just right, best I can, for the reasons I mentioned before, because this is quite special. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, more top dressing. Very good. Such a lovely day here at the moment. Yes. Sort of lost these a little. So I use the top dressing to sort of make it point outwards a bit. And this will sort of create a little height, and these little echeverias behind them will have that sort of over it, but it'll probably be nice. It'll sort of give it a little shading. Okay. I don't have it on my Lazy Susan table, so I'll just rotate that around. We'll just work around. So more top dressing. It felt really good buying this pot from a local business. You know, I think it's these particular times in the world where small businesses have got a lot more challenges to keep afloat under current events in the world, and you know, it felt good to buy it from them rather than going to the hardware center. Yeah. Okay. I need a little bit more in here. Can you guys still see what I'm doing? Yeah. It's probably one of the nicest pots I've bought in a long time, to be honest. Just want to fill it up a little bit. Oh, oops, bumped the camera again. In there and under these echeverias. Yeah, that's good. So I don't know about this neem cake in there. I feel like maybe it might be too low in the soil to be effective, so I'll definitely be putting some on the top as well. Yeah, this is nice. This is very nice. Oops, bumped the frame again. There we go. Yeah, oh, I like this aloe here. This is good. Okay, top dressing. Gosh, we're nearly done. Oh, how I love making arrangements. Now I've got to find a home for this pot too. I think I'll put it with my full sun pots. I think most of these would be more than fine in that sort of lighting condition. We're coming into winter, as I've mentioned several times, so I like winter. I like growing succulents in winter here, I really do. Sorry to rub it in for people who get snow and stuff. But, so we get down to temperatures when it's really cold, 2 degrees, 1 degree, the worst. Maybe, but just in general about 9 degrees. I'm talking Celsius. And it's just on that edge of the comfort zone of succulents, and so they get a little stressed and they get some amazing colours. And I definitely get out my camera a lot more in winter and enjoy them. I just rug up, put on a jacket. I've even come out with a bloody umbrella. A little bit of dirt there. There we go. There we go, there we go. This is coming along nicely. I can smell stew. My son is cooking stew. He's a good cook. He's very comfortable in the kitchen. So that's a bonus. His dad's a good cook, so his dad has taught him a lot. Okay, now we'll work this stuff back in. Oh God, I love this little cutie pie so much. This is a nice arrangement. I am so pleased. I hope you like it, Evelyn. I hope I've done it justice. So now I have 2 pots from friends. I got Josie's pot, and now I have Evelyn's pot. Okay. That's the end. Where's the other piece? Oh, there it is there. Yeah, that's okay. Just leave that there. We might try and get this to spill a bit as well, because I think spillage over this design of this pot will look really pretty from, you know, that angle when you're looking at it. Oh, I do like it. Alright, some flair. What do we got? We had that shell. I do like this. This is nice. That may be all I need. I've got to tuck this tag. And we're going to hide it in there. Hide that one a bit. I like this transparent tag. That's clever, because you can't, you know, you see, it's see-through. It's less obvious. You're so smart, Evelyn. So clever. Such a clever lady. Yes, that is good. That actually gives this an opportunity to get some height. If I can angle it a bit. Yeah, and I have another old shell that has a lot of character. I can just work that there. Yeah, kind of reminds me of a snail. Not the bad snails. Is that too much? Yeah, I think that's too much. Still have this heart I haven't worked in anywhere. Alright. That is good. What am I left with? I will put this somewhere separate and nurture it a little bit, and I will propagate that. So that's the tag for the sedum. I'll hide that there. And oh, right, okay. That's that tag. Please be right. Carpet. Yeah, Yeah, so I don't have a missing tag. Unless it's behind the pot somewhere. Okay, let's go back to Neem. I need something that I can sprinkle. Let me get my little spoon. So, like I said, I'm concerned that the neem cake that I put in there might, I don't know if it needs to be near the plant. It's just happy, works in the soil. That's what Evelyn and I were trying to figure out. What I'll do is I'll just sprinkle a little bit near the base of things, and then I'll hide it with small top dressing. But hopefully that will work as a deterrent for bugs, aka mealies, caterpillars. This looks so nice. Right, imagine the scent that I've been going on about is a factor in it being a deterrent. Saying that right? Deterrent. Yeah. Okay, just a little bit more top dressing. Yeah, I can smell it. So that would be a really interesting experiment to see how effective this neem cake is. If it works really quite well, it'd be a really great alternative, being, natural, instead of going for the heavy duty systemic. Okay, I think that will do. One little thing that's bothering me is there is a rock in here. I must remove it. There we are. There we are, there we are, there we are, there we are. I'll take the camera down and show you it properly. Right, there it is. I'm really pleased with this. They all look so lovely in there. Such beautiful succulents. It's quite a nice looking part too. Yeah, I found that missing tag. I feel a bit foolish. I hope I haven't put the wrong tag with the wrong succulent. Now I have to go back to the other video to figure it out. Evelyn might say something, but the only one I think it could be is that. That doesn't feel right. But nevertheless, easy thing to sort out. Gosh, doesn't that look beautiful in there? Now I just have to give it a home. I love how it's just really green. It's really, I just love green. Green is a great colour. Now, before I say goodbye, I wanted to do a shout out to some of you. There's so many of you who give me a lovely comments, so I can't mention everybody, but firstly I want to say hi to Serene, Sharon, Margaret, Runaway Lady, Karen, Annalise, Kerry, and of course Janet. And I did mention the two Pennies, Penny Lane and Penny Smith. And hello to Harriet. She's always giving me beautiful comments on Facebook. And then there's a few of you who I've connected, or I know through Instagram, and that is Jennifer, Barbara, Michelle, and Ed. And I might actually put their Instagram tags there so you can go and have a look at their profiles. They've got some really nice stuff going on. And I figured out who gave me the suggestion with the donkey's tails, what to do with it, and that was Yolanda. So thank you. Anyway, time to move on. Got to find a home for this. And thanks for watching. I hope you like it. I hope you like it, Evelyn. And thank you so much. Best wishes. Bye for now. I wanted to sincerely thank you for watching, and if you enjoyed this video, I would really appreciate it if you liked it and subscribe to my channel. Also, you can find me as S's for Succulents on my Instagram and Facebook page, where I post daily photos with tips and information. So come and hang out with me there. It's a great place to chat and connect. Thank you.